we will start the presentation. Can you please let me know whether you can see our...
Yes, we see the presentation.
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, good evening once again. Thank you for allocating the time to join our presentation. Today, I will start with introducing our office and who we are and what will be our plan for this evening. My name is Volotovska. I am Regional Development Manager of ACCA Ukraine and Caucasus states. In our team, there are like 5 people, and we work for Ukraine and for Caucasus countries. This webinar is dedicated to students' questions, recent changes, and remote exams that will be introduced by ACCA as a response to COVID-19. Quite often, we receive different questions that are very popular among students, and we decided to prepare this webinar to answer your questions, to inform you about the changes, and at the end of the presentation, you will be able to leave your questions. So please wait for this opportunity. And today, our team members are with us on the presentation and will be helping us on the way. So thank you, the team, for your support. And let's start. As I said, we have this kind of agenda. So some of the questions that I have received the registration stage, I have included in my presentation. Some of the questions are at the end will be answered, and if you see that your question is not answered by the end of the presentation or something new came to your mind, at the end of our webinar, you will have an opportunity to leave the questions in the anonymous way that no one will know, but the question might be important for everyone participating. And as you know what ACCA is, so that is why I would like to emphasize that education is a powerful weapon which you can use to change the world and for better. The hot topic of today's webinar is remotely invigilated exams, and due to this, we receive a lot of questions on Facebook and our Outlook, and some students are asking and would like to receive answers to their questions. So let's start. At this point, we would like to tell you what is, in fact, a remotely invigilated exam. On the platform for the online proctoring, you will be able to sit your exam in any location, any country, at home, and pass an exam. And so it is a software that allows you to run your exam on your computer, and remote invigilating sitting possibly in other country will follow as you pass an exam. And the exam will be fully the same as you used to if you pass. We're working on to introduce the invigilated exams once you cannot pass your exams in the center or in the center. It will not be a regular option at the moment, but as a contingency response.
Excuse me, could you please take your mic to the mouse for better sound?
Okay.
Could you try that?
Thank you. I hope the voice
much
will
better.
be better.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And here on this slide, I'm leaving you a couple of useful tips that you should know about the remotely invigilated exams. First of all, to pass the remotely invigilated exam, you should have your own PC with inbuilt camera and microphone. Students must use only monitor and the keyboard that is part of the laptop. Any additional devices are not allowed. So you should sit your exam in a separate room, so people shouldn't be passing by behind your back or kids are playing on the side. So it should be a separate room and a quiet room, to avoid any background noises. On these exams, no breaks are permitted, and you cannot leave away from your computer because the invigilator would consider that you have stopped an exam. In case of the internet failure, the software will allow you to keep an exam on the stage where you left. But if the failure is constant and cannot be repaired, the exam will be stopped and will be considered by ACCA. Remotely invigilated exams will be introduced in mid-June for exams available on demand. I would remind that these are first 4 exams: AB, MA, FA, and LW. For the rest of exams, ACCA students will be informed additionally. And we also received a question on our registration form, students asking what are the technical parameters of the computer that will allow to pass such exam. On the slide, now you can see the technical parameters that are the minimum requirements computer should have to pass a remotely invigilated exam. So you can make it print screen or wait until the end, because for all people registered for today's presentation, I will share the presentation for your use, so you will have this information. So what about update with the regular exams? As you possibly know, that the June session exams have been cancelled in most of the countries of the world. If among you there are students who registered for the June exam, you possibly have already received the money for the exam back to your account. If you didn't receive this money, you have to contact our support service, which contacts I will share later, but all students were supposed to receive by the 24th of April their money back to their account. And using this money, you are able to register for September or December session without any changes. And due to the current situation, ACCA created the ACCA COVID Hub, where there are different tabs for the members, for the students, and some well-being information. But this link may be quite useful for you, because there you can find additional information about the remote exam taking, how to get use of the ACCA practice platform, which was recently introduced, and I will talk about later. What are the syllabus changes and everything the student needs to know about the recent update. So what about the September session? September session is planned without any changes. You will pass, if you are passing the exams in applied skills, they will be passed in the computer-based exam center as regularly. Strategic professional exams will become from June 2020 for Caucasus states, for Azerbaijan, for Georgia, and for Armenia, and for Ukraine, they become CB in September 2020. So if among you there are students who are preparing to pass their strategic professional exams in September, additional resources and information will be shared how to prepare for such an exams. But if you passed your applied skills exams in the CB, the process will be the same. And for the Caucasus states, as it is a bit later, we will share this information a bit later, but of course we'll provide you with all additional information and all support you may require to be fully prepared and in comfort to pass. And at this point, I would like to remind that the standard exam entry deadline for the September session is 27th July. And if you prepared for the June exam, but was not able to pass and register for September, please notice that the new syllabus will be used. And if you may be confused with that it is not enough, on the website resources for each paper, there is a syllabus at the end where you can check what exactly was changed, because the changes are minor and you can consider whether you need to check additional information or it is without any. What about the ACCA exams on demand? You can pass them as regularly as you pass in the EB Center on demand, or they will be available as remotely invigilated exams since June. So all our students will be additionally informed. And on this slide, I would like to pay attention to the role of partner support, because we know that most of our students prepare like self-study students, but some students decide to study with the partner, especially on the very beginning, where they would like to know how to pass their exams. And there is a statistics that students who study with the learning partner are 25% more successfully pass their exams. And on this stage, we would like to give you more information. Who are the learning partners? And in case you would like to study with one, how to pick up the correct one. So who is ACCA Learning Partner? And who is a learning partner but not ACCA? Learning partner is the partner who prepares students to pass their ACCA papers and at some point approached ACCA to get their accreditation. It means they are formally recognized as ACCA learning partner. They provide quality tuition. They provide first-class student support. It means they're able to provide and answer students different questions that they might have and really nurture them and lead to the membership. They have pass rates, KPIs. They're regularly monitored. So these are something whom you can trust your exam preparation. And there are learning partners who can be accredited on different levels. They are silver, gold, and platinum statuses. So on this stage, gold and platinum have their KPI pass rates and provide additional support. So in case you would like to approach the learning partner to be prepared for the exams, you can consider that. You can find someone whom you can trust your studies. And once you decided to do so, on the next slide, you can see how to find your learning partner. This is the directory in our global website. And entering your country on the right lower corner, you will find all of them. You can check everyone and you can approach the one you have already decided. Because below, you'll be able to see all their contacts, their website, so you'll be able to check and find additional information. On this slide, there are information about the ACCA content provider. So who are the content providers? Definitely, once you decided to prepare for your ACCA exams, you will require books. You can find on your exam as many books as you wish, but only approved content providers are accredited by ACCA because they provide specifically what you need. And using these books, you will be able to receive the information to pass the exams. So we have two. These are BPP Learning Media and Kaplan Publishing. Both of them are very good, but you can decide which one is more appropriate for you. So each learning provider's packages include resources like books, an exam kit, revision materials, course exam, and 2 mock exams per year. These materials are available online, or you can order the paper version. So this is up to you. Or you can also approach the learning partners because they can have information about the books and quite often may even help you to order those. I really like this slide, and it is dedicated to the part that we're all working from home, stay at home, or taking the vacation, because we need to think and consider what we're going to do. But in addition, it is a very good opportunity to dedicate this time to your recently, I have noticed myself that there are a lot of webinars, a lot of information, and even now you have to filter what exactly you need to receive. But if you have decided that you can use this opportunity for exams, especially when they're available for as remotely invigilated exams, so you can use this opportunity, and beside the fact that everything is changing, progress towards your. And for this, I prepared this slide, which will give you an overview of which online resources are available for students to prepare for your exam. These are specimen exams. These are online and recorded webinars that are available on the website, and we additionally share them on the quarterly newsletters. We are trying to compile all the resources and send to our students so they can benefit as much as possible, because once they open their email, they can see, they can find their exam and specifically find everything what is available for their exam. These are past papers. For those who are new, I will remind what it is. Exams from performance management or further are different for every session. And after the results release date, after 2-3 weeks, These exams are available with answers on the website. So you can use this information to prepare for your new exams, or once you failed, to be prepared to repass. But there are members of ACCA who shared with us the information that only using their past papers they were able to become members, but I think not everyone can do so, but it worked well for some. There are examiner support, which are recommended and delivered for every subject, and is recommended to be read and analyzed before you prepare for a certain exam, because examiners specifically emphasize what are the common mistakes for each session, so you can revise and not do that mistakes in your next exam. There is a CB practice platform, which every student can access with my ACCA credentials. So please check once you didn't do that yet. These are quarterly newsletters that I have already mentioned, and virtual classroom support that I will show you on the next slide. For students who are asking, where are those ACCA online resources? So on our website, once you go to the tab which is called Students, you have this vision, you have this page, which is ACCA qualification, because this is the print screen from the website. So you tick on that red quadrant, which is qualification, and you will see this. For example, financial reporting. You move further, and you will see this. Most of the resources that I have mentioned. Specimen exam, article, past exam library, syllabus, and frequently asked questions. Even the support guides, retake guides, and everything that you can find. As you can see on the left side, there is the same tab for each exam. So you can check yourself what exactly you may require to be prepared for your exam. And this is virtual classroom support. Once you study in the city where no learning provider is available and you may require support, accessing this page, you can see ACCA X online courses that will help you to prepare for the first 3 exams, and different partners offers which suggest online tuition. Many of them offer online and demo versions, so you can check any of them if you decide to switch to online. And essential part of ACCA qualification to become a member is the Ethics and Professional Skills module. As I said, it is obligatory to become a member. It becomes available in my ACCA cabinet after first 3 exams. It is mandatory once you want to get the ACCA Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Business, which is one of the interim diplomas, about which I will also tell you a bit later. It is strongly recommended to pass this module before professional level exams, because using this knowledge, obtaining this knowledge, will help you to the duration of the module is from 15 to 20 hours. So you basically this slide, I would like to pay attention to it. Here you can see the 3 subjects. Can you please get back to me whether you can hear me well, because I received the messages that possibly something wrong with the voice.
Yes, we do hear you well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your support. So on this slide, you can see all ACCA exams. And they are divided for the purpose to show you the interim diplomas. First is the first 3 exams. Because when you tell students that you have to pass 13 exams, they say, oh my God, 13 exams, it's endless to complete. But once you have exemptions or start from the very beginning and you know that you can do it, these small steps will motivate and help you to progress toward your career. So on this slide specifically, I wanted to show that passing first 3 exams and foundations in professionally, this is 1-hour module that will appear in your My ACCA cabinet, will help you to get your ACCA diploma in accounting and business. So To get this diploma, you have to at least pass one of 3 exams. So it means that 2 can be exempted, but at least 1 out of first 3 you have to pass. Complete this short free module, and you can get this interim diplomas in your MyCCA. So at least completing these 3 exams, you can already show to your employer, or once you're looking for the job, that, okay, this is my small achievement and I'm moving toward. And to get the advanced diploma in accounting and business that I was mentioning before, you have to pass 9 exams. But out of these 9, you can have exemptions, but at least 2 of 9 you have to pass and complete your EPSM module, which, as I said, is essential to get this diploma. And as it is last exams before strategic professional level, it will also help you to progress toward that exam. And then there is a final and the greatest achievement, which is ACCA qualification. For that, you have to complete 2 essential exams and 2 optional. I hope that helps to some of the students to understand what interim diplomas they can get and benefit having those. Some students, we noticed that some students don't know about additional opportunities, and some students who know ask questions. So the next slide will show you exactly what bachelor and master's degrees from UK universities ACCA students, affiliate and members can get. First is bachelor degree in applied accounting from Oxford Brookes University. So for that, you have to pass financial reporting, audit and assurance, financial management, and others by exam or exemptions. It means that you have to really pass FR, AA, and FM, and others may be exempted. You have to complete your EPSM module as well. And once you contact Oxford Brookes University with a mentor, you prepare a research and analysis project within 1 year. And then you submit that project. You can do it online, or you can go to Oxford Brookes. So it depends on you, and you can do it without even leaving the country. But you have to complete this degree within 10 years of the first examination. So by this time, you can be a member, you can be a student, you can be affiliate. It is possible for everyone, but still within 10 years of the first exam passed or exemption received. We will share with you the link with frequently asked questions regarding this diploma, and once you're interested, you will have the opportunity to receive more information about this diploma. And the second degree, which is a master's in accountancy, in professional accountancy from University of London. It is available for students, for affiliate, and for members. But at this slide, I included only students and affiliates because this webinar is dedicated to students. So you have to have passed your applied skills exams and strategic professional essential exams that will be assigned by the University of London once you are still a student. Once you're affiliate and you have passed all the exams, so you have to do the strategic financial project and complete the module, which is the global issues. I would like to mention that this is the only integrated master's program with an accountancy body at a professional level. And University of London is one of the top 10 universities. So you can also benefit This is also one of the questions that we have received, that some students didn't have annual subscription at the registration stage, but received it this year and are asking what is it, what is the deadline. Students' annual subscription fee, as you can see on the website, is £112. It can be paid via MyCCA, and what in fact it is done, helps you to keep your MyCCA open. It helps you to register and to sit your exams. It just provides you with relevant resources and support you can get, because to many of the resources you get access via MyCCA Capital. the invoice is usually issued by the end of this year, and this year it has to be paid by the mid-September. If you don't do this, you will lose access to your cabinet, and once you decide to come back, you will have to re-register again to get access to MyCCA. And to that, so please be aware that if you want to continue your study, this is something that you have. Due to the situation, we know that some of the students are like struggling with finances. The same, I think it's typical for everyone and everywhere now. So this subscription is available as a part payment, and we will share with you the YouTube video how basically to do it. But in any case, it has to be covered by the 15th of September this year. It's like by the deadline, but you can do it as a part. Today we're mentioning a couple of times our customer service, which is available for our students 24/7. Once you're contacting our customer service, you have to indicate your student ID, because it is essential to identify you in the system. You describe what are you contacting with, or you add the print screen of some technical thing you may have, and you send this email to students@acccaglobal.com. There is also a website contact form that you can also find on the website, and leave your inquiries there. Or you can call the phone, which is currently unavailable because our staff is also like working from home, but in this case, they're actively responding the emails and able to help you still 24/7. So please approach them in case you have any questions. At this point, I'm happy to answer some of the questions that I have received in the registration form, and I hope it will be useful for you. Just have a small delay with the opening the slide. Okay, question 1. Which of the CCA exams should I take in order to become a member? To become a CCA member, you have to pass all 13 exams. Some of them you can have exempted, some of them you have passed, but you have to have done all 13. It is Ethics and Professional Skills module and 36 months of relevant professional experience confirmed. Question 2. When the nearest SBL session would be possible to pass? SBL, as well as other exams, Applied Skills and Strategic Professional, are available to pass 4 times a year, and the nearest session is September. Question 3. Does CCA plan to create a flexible exam pass schedule for exams at home? Remotely invigilated exams are introduced, as I said, as a contingency solution. However, first 4 exams will become available. Next question. It is quite common. So if the person is a private entrepreneur but provides services relevant in finance and accounting, whether this experience is okay to confirm. Yes, this experience is fine because you provide the relevant experience and you provide the services that are in line with the qualification. So it will be okay to confirm this. Is it possible to rent a laptop from a CCA to the centers for an exam? No, unfortunately, you should have your own computer, because every remotely invigilated exam, you run the test on your computer that enables to check whether your computer is fine or not. But if you are a student of the Learning Partner, you can ask them whether you can use one of their laptops. Or you can ask your employer if the employer can allocate the room for you, or you can use your work computer to pass the exam. But I will emphasize it should be a separate room and quiet place. What tools and platforms ACCA provides for students to try the CB exam? Specifically for the CB exam, you can check the CB specimen exams and practice platform. Practice platform is a real tool, because when you enter, for every subject you have different tests, and you can go through the tests. You can mark them yourself, or the tutor can mark it for you once you also study with the learning partner, or ACCA will show you, will be automatically marked. So it depends on that, but please check the practice platform. The question regarding the prices. Prices reduction is not planned, and in December exam prices will be corrected due to inflation. So once you have any plans to pass, there is still a deadline till 20 July to pass your exam in September, or possibly one last exam to. Well, remotely invigilated exam is, as I suppose, it's the question about them. Is it a regular practice or as a response to COVID? Remotely invigilated exams are offered as a condition and won't be used as a. How to register to the exam in Russian language. To pass a Russian language exam, you register for those exams via MyCCA as you register for CCA qualification. But you can do this once you're registered for Russian language diploma. If I have to pass an exam but want to pass one more to get the higher score, in some of the countries we see that the top achievers news are quite popular, and students are very much looking forward to see whether they're like in the tops. And we have even global top achievers, so students are really willing to get the higher. But the question is, once you have been attempting to pass an exam and once you passed, you cannot pass it anymore. So be prepared for the first time. Very good. Okay. What is September and December schedule for F8 exam Tbilisi, Georgia? September session is planned as well as December with no changes. So please register for the exam that you're planning to. And who is authorized as CCA person to confirm performing my PER? PR is something that you have to confirm your 36 months of experience and objectives. All the recordings I would like to mention are done in MyCCA. So subscription, cabinet, so everything is there. So entering MyCCA, you can record all your experience there. And the question is whether ACCA is a supervisor. ACCA is not a supervisor. It is a person who should be a qualified accountant. Who is the qualified accountant? There is a notice below. A qualified accountant is someone who is a body, a professional body that is a member of IFAC. It is ACCA, some of the local accountancy body. Because today we're here from different countries. So if you see that your national professional body is the member of IFAC, so their members are a qualified accountant. Someone who works closely with you, who can confirm that you really did this kind of job for 36 months or less, and who can really confirm. Once you don't have this person, it can be someone who is outsourced by your company, but who still is a qualified accountant. We will also share in the additional information after this webinar, more information about PER, because there is a separate webinar which is done by CCA for affiliates who are interested in this question quite often. And at this point, if you have questions to ask, I kindly ask you to log to the Manticom and enter this code. You will be able to leave your questions without your name, so I can see and answer this. This webinar is specifically organized for CCA students to answer the questions that you might have, or you can maybe confused, or you may think that the question is very simple, but you still need to know. So please feel free to ask. And now I will change the slide to the Anticom to see your questions, but we'll keep it for 10 seconds more so you can see the code. So please go to the Manticom and enter a 6-digit code. And we will continue with the question. will remind, it is a Manticom, and on the top you can still see the codes to enter. So please. If I'm registered ACCA student in March, do I need to pay the annual? If you will have to pay your annual fee, you will see in your cabinets because they're invoiced once a year. So if students register usually after May, they don't have subscription for the current year. So if in March, I suppose yes. I couldn't get registered for SBL for the September session in Ukraine as SBL will be available in September. I can confirm that SBL will be available in September in Ukraine. The reason why you can't register, I would advise to contact our customer service for students, ACCA Global.com, making a print screen of what the portal shows you, what is the problem, and I think they will be able to check and help you to register for this. Do we have any changes for the performance management level 5 in Kiev? Has it been Kiev? I don't really understand what is level 5, but the performance management will be available in Kiev in September. Is there any plans to make exams remotely for papers F5, F9? I'm sorry, I'm using the new name, so sometimes I need to check what is F9. Remotely invigilated exams in case for September session are considered and students will be informed additionally, but as of now, we invite you to register for the regular ACCA exams for September. Will these online exams for AB starting on mid-June payable? AB, all the exams remotely invigilated, you will have to pay, as well as for exams in the CB On Demand Center. I assume 2.36 months of work experience should be in one period. 36 months of confirmed experience, they can be in one place or in different places, but totally should be 36 months. In case with one employer, you have worked like 3, 4, 6, 10 months, you can record it via MyCCA. And another employer, you have 2 months or like 3 years, you can also record another part in MyCCA. So there is no minimum requirements for you to work certain time with one employer. So please record as much as you have. If I wrongly understood your question, so please provide me with updates. Should I pay for my annual subscription of the company if covering all ACCA costs for me? No. If your company is covering, it means that they are covering it as well. Is there VAT on remote exams in Ukraine for the on-demand exams? Because in local centers, we have to pay it. Frankly speaking, I don't know response to that question. I will check and will follow up on this question with additional resources after this webinar, because as for the VAT, I don't know in fact. What is the location for Ukraine for CB exams available in September? You mean the location for the CB center? I think it's this for the CB strategic professional or for the CB applied skills. I think these are 2 different locations. We'll work on the change, but I'm not sure they will change for September. Please advise, is it possible to get information about changes in performance management syllabus for September session at the ACCA website? Yes. Let me keep a note. I will answer other questions and then we'll come back the ones that I have. Would you be so kind to tell me whether advanced performance management is available in for December session in Ukraine? On ACCA portal. I think I would advise the same as for the SBL, because advanced performance management. So please check what you see on your portal and contact student support. access terms and conditions website show. I can't access the terms and condition website, or the question is not fully clear to me, so please write again. What do you mean access? Is there any other solutions when, for example, the remotely invigilated exams are not possible to run on Mac computers? I'm sorry, but we have been confirmed that you cannot use Mac to write this exam, unfortunately. If I sit some of the ACCA exams in Ukraine and other exams in other country, will it be possible to get a ACCA certificate? The benefits of ACCA is that it doesn't matter where you sit your exam. You can register for exam, for example, in September to pass in Ukraine, but for December, you can register for exam in another country and another city. Where do you think you will be at that time? It does not influence the certificate anyhow. So this is the flexibility, because students continue their, get different job offers, continue their studies, move to different countries, and still via MyACCA you can register for exam in any country it is available, any city it is convenient for you, and you can come and sit your exams. Shall we pay an extra amount for the organization for the exam in Kiev? Exams run as usually, and you register for exam, you pay the exam fee, and this is it. Regarding the TOC question, I cannot enter, send to me the website I enter, show the unauthorized access, so I cannot accept them. So please write this question to the email that you received the confirmation, your case, and we will discuss it separately with the TOC. What is the process of requesting online on-demand exam during summer? What is the process? I think you will be able to do it as well via MyACCA. But at the moment, as we said, it will be run since the mid-June. And additional information, I think, we will inform additionally how it will be done. And if there would be need and many questions, we will organize a separate webinar dedicated to how and do it. I will show you how to find the performance management syllabus and any other syllabuses, because you may still students may still want to check and this is where the resources are. I hope you can see my screen. Can you please give me a shout when you can see, and I will show you the route where the resources are.
I can see it.
Thank you. These, you go to Students tab. You go to Study Support Resources. As you saw on the slide, you take the ACCA qualification. You have the list of exams. Then you go to Performance Management. You go to the syllabus. And you can see that there is a syllabus of the previous year and the current year. You press it. And there is an updated syllabus. But once you want to check what exactly has changed, you go till the end of the syllabus. And there is a summary of changes to performance management. I hope you can see it. And you will see whether these changes are minor or these changes are really great and you have to really revise your education or read some additional chapters of the book. Or these are minor changes and you can read about them additionally, and no other additional preparation is required. The same is with the rest of the syllabuses. At the end of the latest syllabus, you can really check what the recent changes has been made. I hope it does answer the question.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I will come back to the questions that you have left here, and possibly some of you will be willing to leave more questions. Okay, possibly we have something new to answer, because I want this session to be as much more beneficial for you as possible to answer your questions. Some of the questions that I said that I don't know how to answer, please contact. Some of the information we will share as a follow-up to this webinar, and regarding the TOC that you have this student. So please write to us and we will specifically decide what to do with that. Okay, is it possible, please, your email for the question of the future? Okay. All of the students' questions you can write. Today, you received the confirmation of this webinar. This was my email. You can leave the question there. I think there is no more questions. I'll be then finalizing, and once you see you need to ask something more, please leave a question here. I hope we made this session really informative and beneficial for you. All the links for the resources which we've mentioned today will be shared with you as a follow-up to this webinar. So you can go through these links and check everything by yourself. In case you have further questions, now you have contacts of our customer service. In something exceptional, you have my contacts. But please come to us with the questions you have. And if we see that these questions are common, we will organize separate webinars so you can be fully equipped, fully informed, and with confidence and calmness progress towards your exam. Strategic professional exams will be in CBE since June 2021, yes, in Caucasus regions, but they won't be on demand. They will be, as you now see, performance management, financial reporting, the same way strategic professional exams will be passed in the Caucasus. It will be only in the CBE then, yes. Once you don't want to pass in the CBE, you can pass in paper until it's possible. You don't work for the moment, but it doesn't mean you won't have work when you will get the qualification. People even who pass first 3 exams and get their interim diploma already can start a new career. And we have a lot of these successful cases when people want to change something or to get the qualification, because this small diploma already shows your small achievements, and then you can bigger, and then you can have qualification. So at the moment, if you don't have work, you don't have to confirm your experience. You can confirm it at the stage when you need to become a member. And if you pass everything and the module and the exams, but still you will lack experience, you will be a ACCA affiliate. And once you get that experience and you confirm it, you will become a member. So it won't disappear. Don't be worried. Start passing your exams and you will have a job. As for the calculators, I know that non-text calculators are allowed, but specifically I think the British Council will tell you what is possible, what specifically calculators are possible to use. And if you need the technical parameters of the calculator, I think we can also share it. But at the moment, I don't know what is like Texas Instruments calculator, I'm sorry. But we will share with you with a specification of the calculator you can use, because it is possible to use the calculator on the exam. I hope this is it. So thank you everyone today for your time, for your questions. Stay in touch with you further. This is not the end, this is only the very beginning, and in future we're going to have more webinars if there will be a need, if there will be questions, but at least we are here to support you, to help you, to answer your questions, and to help you to become successful and happy ACCA members. Because if you possibly know, as we call ACCA students, we call them future members. Okay, regarding the calculator, I will let you know. So at this point, thank you, everyone. I wish you to have a good evening and stay in touch with you. And thank you for spending this evening hour with us. Goodbye.
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 Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Have a nice eve.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.